Describe a character in a film or TV show.
I'm going to talk about Joey Tribbiani, who is one of my favorite fictional characters on screen. In case you didn't know, he's one of the main characters in Friends, a classic American sitcom that's hugely popular among English learners, not only in Vietnam, but also around the world. He's played by Matt LeBlanc. I'm not sure I pronounced his name correctly, but anyway, this role was what really put his name on the map. Now, there were 6 leading roles in the series, and honestly, I loved them all. But the one that left the strongest impression on me was Joey. In terms of appearance, he's quite handsome, with short dark hair, big green eyes, and a charming smile. His catchphrase is his famous pickup line, "How you doing?" Even though he's a bit of a food-loving womanizer and, how should I put it politely, a little slow on the uptick, he's incredibly kind-hearted and always puts his friend first. Throughout the series, he was the one who never hesitated to protect them, no matter the situation. That's a trait I really value in a friend. If I remember correctly, I first came across this character around, 3 or 4 years ago when I was looking for a TV show to improve my listening skills. I saw a post recommending Friends, so I gave it a try. And after just 1 episode, I was hooked. It was so hilarious that I ended up binge-watching 1 episode after another. Over the years, I've watched plenty of other TV shows with great characters, but Joey Tribbiani is still one of the best. Honestly, I think it would be amazing to have a friend like him in real life.
Is it interesting to be an actor or actress?
Well, when I was younger, I used to think being a famous star was everyone's dream. Being widely known and living a glamorous life without worrying too much about making ends meet. But now I've changed my mind. Being a celebrity definitely comes at a cost. Sure, you'd have a huge income and be the center of attention wherever you go, but you wouldn't really have the luxury of doing whatever you like in public, like a normal person would. On top of that, if you ever made a mistake, you'd face immense pressure from both the media and the public. Sadly, there have even been cases where famous actors or actresses took their own lives because they couldn't handle that kind of pressure.
What can children learn from acting?
Wow, I've never really thought about that before, to be honest. Let me think for a second. Off the top of my head, I'd say one of the biggest benefits is that it helps kids develop empathy. As an actor, you have to put yourself in someone else's shoes to play a role, and that can really improve your ability to understand and connect with others. Another thing is that acting can build their confidence. Performing in front of an audience teaches them to express themselves without feeling too shy, which is a skill they can use in all areas of life.
Why do children like special costumes?
I used to be a child, so speaking from my own experience, I think children love wearing special costumes because it's a fun way to show their interests. By dressing up as a certain character, people can instantly see who they admire or the kind of person they want to be. Also, costumes allow kids to use their imagination. They can, act out different roles, escape into a fantasy world for a while, and that kind of creative play is actually important for their emotional growth.
What are the differences between actors, actresses who earn much and those who earn little?
From what I've seen, one big difference is how often they appear in the public eye. Big stars are usually constantly in the spotlight, attending events, showing up in the media, and staying active online. If they disappear for too long, people might forget about them, especially with how competitive the industry is these days. Another thing that sets them apart is probably their acting ability. Not every well-paid actor is a master of their craft, but most of them are, and that's often a key factor in why they can receive such high fees.
What are the differences between acting in a theater and in a film?
I'm no expert when it comes to acting, But in my opinion, performing in a theater is definitely more challenging. There's hardly any room for mistakes when the audience is right there in front of you, so the pressure can be extremely intense. Acting in a film, on the other hand, feels more, how should I put it, forgiving. If a scene doesn't go well, you can just reshoot it until you get it right. That's why theater acting probably requires a higher level of concentration and stage skills compared to working on a film set.